Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning in my Estelle A5 wide inserts and we're using the kit Casper from Scribble Prints Co. Let me just take a breather here. I feel like every time I start a video I'm like anyway, being dramatic. This is the exclusive Casper kit that I drew for Scribble Prints Co. I think it turned out super cute. This week I did watch Casper to celebrate the kit, obviously. Although I am waiting in the mail from Papershire. She released some Casper stickers, so when I put in the movie Casper, I will leave it without a character sticker because I'm waiting. And I'm using a silver foil and also purple prism foil bundle mixed metal look. Basically, I wanted to bring in something fun foil, and I thought this matched perfectly with the moody sunsettiness of the kit. But I really wanted to use those silver ghost headers that Scribble Prints Co made a couple years ago, so that's why I did it mixed. And I decided not to bring in any purple prism scripts or anything, just kept it to silver scripts. And I mostly kept to Scribble Prints Co scripts actually, except for my tiny text from Adorably Amy Designs. And didn't really pick from any of my black scripts. I just kind of wrote everything by hand, otherwise just changing it up, using different stickers and using not stickers. But we're gonna get the base down as per usual, and I feel like in some lightings this foil is very subtle, but I think it's really pretty and sort of moody and goes with the whole set feeling here. That's all dark and moody like the show, but like the movie, but it's also this cute little Casper and he's sweet. I enjoyed rewatching that this week, but I watch it every Halloween because it's definitely one of my favorites. And so yeah, as per usual, color blocking. I decided just to stick with color blocking. Honestly, it's a lot less brain power for me. I don't know. I just then I just have a set amount of stickers I can use each day, and I just stick with them, and I find it nice and easy to do. So I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah, so I guess we could do updated art. I am still behind. I'm still working on September customs. But I'll get there eventually. It's been a busy few months, and then these last couple weeks have been pretty eventful. I had to get up early, way before I would usually naturally get up early for a week and a half, including into this week. So I kind of been really tired from that, and then also having to deal with adult stuff like taxes and setting up tax stuff, whatever. So I've just been kind of taking it easy on myself, giving myself the breaks. But I think starting from today, once I get a good sleep tonight, I will be back on track. It's sometimes you're just well, today failed, but that's okay. We still have tomorrow, and we will catch up, and it'll be great. So this is the week before my birthday. You're watching this video, if you're watching this when it went uploaded, it's my birthday this week, which is super fun. I'm turning 33, so it's kind of scary to think that 20 years ago I was 13. Oh dearie me. And what was happening in my life when I was turning 13? Well, I was finishing up primary school, because overall most primary schools in Australia end in year 7. So I was finishing up primary school. I've been at the same school for 6 years, so I was done with school. Going to high school the next year, and in December, Fellowship of the Ring came out of the cinema, and I became obsessed Although that same December, when I was 13, I got my first ear surgery. This whole thing where, because I had a lot of ear infections as a baby, there was a lot of pressure built up in my ears over time, and both of them, and in both of them, the pressure over years was breaking away a little bone in both of my ears, the same bone, and it's causing a lot of pain. And after one grueling night of super duper intense pain where it was only relieved when I realized blood came out of my ear, we finally got a doctor to actually notice. The doctors just kept saying, oh, it's an ear infection, here's some eardrops, and then the eardrops are causing immense pain. Finally, the doctor was like, you should probably see a specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist, because this can't be infection anymore. And I was right, it was those little bones breaking off, and if they had, I would have been permanently deaf. So that's always interesting to think about. But they did bone grafts. They took bone from my ears, my outside of my ears, so the part where you have is it a tragus piercing? The little pointy part of your ear that's on the inside, from your cheek bone. They took bone from that and attached to both of the insides of my ears and strengthened it, and I think it's fine now. I don't know how long it's supposed to last or if it's forever. Yeah, so they had to do one ear at a time and took 6 months in between. So when I was 13, I finally got that year I finally got the first one. So then I had to listen to, and this was before really, earpods were big. I had headphones. So I had to listen to the Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack every night with one headphone, because I couldn't use headphones with my other ear while it was recovering. I don't know, it was just a big lot of my life. So that was my life 20 years ago. I was into Lord of the Rings and finally being done with primary school and going to high school and getting surgery for the first time. So that was fun. And crazy microsurgery, but they go into your ear with little tiny stuff. I don't know. Nuts. And so that was my life when I was 13. What else? I was really into toe socks. I feel like they just came back at that time, toe socks. 2001? Yeah. So that was what I was talking about for some reason. Anyway, that was 20 years ago, which, what the heck. I'm old now, but I'm not actually that old. I still have a lot of life left to live, so happy about that, I guess. Yeah. What else to say about my birthday? I'll talk a bit more about it in the next Plan With Me, because that'll actually be my birthday week. So let's actually talk about this week and Casper. I finally put medication back into my sidebar now that I'm taking my birth control pills again, and it makes me very happy. My face is clearing up, and I think my hair is actually starting to grow back again too, which is nice. I lost a lot of hair in the front of my face. I don't know. And honestly, I love it. I saw a thing today saying being super anti hormonal birth control pills, and I was like, not for everyone, dude. It works for a lot of people, so it works for me, and I'm happy about that. So I finally have that habit tracker back in the side, although I've started taking vitamin D again. It's that time of the year. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you should start taking a vitamin D now. And so now I've just switched to putting vitamins in the habit tracker because it covers it all, right? But any pills I have to take that day. So Monday, Pudding Coffee Monday as per usual. My videos as per usual. I had an extra sticker hole go up that week, which was cool. And just some planning time to get that video on Monday done that morning. And then we got a Subway for lunch. Oh, and then the whole Facebook being down day was that day. And I just put a little mug of fire that says "This is fine" because it was kind of hilarious, and I was like, dang, like my whole business runs through Instagram, which is fun. And yeah, I just had like no one to talk to. The internet was so boring that day. I was just scrolling through Twitter mostly. And then we tried out this new burger place, which is like an Icelandic burger place. I did not remember the name of it, but they said they're Icelandic. And they had a reindeer burger on the menu. Reindeer is a very normal, standard food to have here in Finland. So, yeah, it was a tasty burger. So I just put that in. And then I was listening to the Green Knight soundtrack because I am obsessed with it. It's a really good soundtrack. I really loved the Green Knight. It was so good. Once again, Dev Patel, super sassy. Oh, and I should say, talking about Dev Patel, this week we also watched, finally, the movie The Personal History of David Copperfield, which is obviously the movie version of the book by Charles Dickens, David Copperfield, and it stars Dev Patel as the eponymous David Copperfield. And it is actually the name where the magician got it from. Like, he called himself David Copperfield after the book. And it was really funny. I really enjoyed it. It's from the director-writer of Death of Stalin. And we finally just rented it on Google Play, I think. Finally watched it. It was really good. I've had a lot of Dev Patel this last couple of weeks. But The Green Knight and this was like really high up on my wanting to watch. So I was super happy to watch that. Also, I apologize if I'm making no sense right now. I don't know. It's almost 9 p.m. on Tuesday. And I'm nuts. I'm very, very full. I will tell you that. I'm like dangerously full with Thai food. Oh my god. So good. I got masaman curry and now I'm like, it's delicious. Anyway, Tuesday we had Starbucks delivered that morning and I did some drawing. I was working on my gingerbread art that I released this week, which I was really happy about. And I did really well, which I'm glad. We had some dumplings because we had some frozen dumplings from the Asian supermarket left and it was so good. And then cooked sausage rolls. So that English sausage rolls, so it's like pork mince, kind of plainish pork mince, but like seasoned up and then rolled into puff pastry and baked. I love sausage rolls. And then we did a whole bunch of cleaning all over the house and went to bed early. And I love using the little coffin munchkin for getting up, going to bed early, and the little tombstone for getting up early. Because Wednesday, the maintenance guys finally came. I got up early all the week prior, waiting for them to come. And then they're like, hey, we're going to come on Wednesday or Thursday. And then we finally just called them on Tuesday, like, can you just tell us when you're coming? And they're like, all right, 11 a.m. Wednesday. So not too bad. But actually, I don't think we knew it was till 11 a.m. that day, so that's why we still got up early. But they finally came into the maintenance on the vents. Apparently there's been some pressure issues with the stove kitchen vent, you know, where you like turn on the vent on top of your stove so it gets rid of all like the hot steam and stuff. And they were just fixing them all in the whole building so it's all pressurized properly. And then the big news on Wednesday, oh my god, I totally forgot about all this stuff that happened literally last week. The big news that we got is, we got up early and Locke had a message from immigration saying they wanted a couple of more documents for the application for a residence permit. So we sent those in before 9 a.m. and then we found out about 2 p.m. that Locke was granted a residence permit. It's just such a relief. We no longer have to think about leaving because Locke and I both entered Finland as British citizens, and obviously then Brexit came into being. We were hoping that maybe Brexit would get turned around, but it didn't. And I was luckily able to, at the beginning, just before the pandemic really set in, I was able to get my Irish passport, so they're still in the EU, so I could stay in Finland. But wasn't able to get the Irish passport because of some documents that are like impossible to get for them. So we had to apply for the residence permit. It's like a special Brexit one called the withdrawal agreement permit, where basically they're grandfathering you in to still have like rights of EU citizens, but under Brexit, obviously, you're not anymore. So anyway, I think it was pretty much almost 8 months since we applied for that permit until we finally got the acceptance of stay, and we're wondering, like, will we have to leave? I'll probably go to the UK. As much as I really love the UK, it's not the best time to be moving there, honestly. And, or maybe they'd have to go to the UK and then come back and blah, blah, blah. But luckily, it all worked out. It's such a relief not to have to worry about this anymore. And now we're looking at buying a clothes drying machine. We got a washer, obviously, because we had to. But now we're finally going to get a dryer. And we're probably going to get a slow cooker. So everything's coming up Millhouse. Like, we can finally settle and not worry about it. So that is great. So that's a big thing that really happened this week, which I totally forgot about. But yeah, it took a while. Apparently they had to go through like 3,000 applications in Finland alone. Like, there's a lot of British immigrants around, including us. So, well, I guess we're technically Australian, but we entered under Britain. But anyway, it's that immigrant life. I don't say expat because we're all immigrants, right? I don't believe in the word expat, but anyway. Yeah, and then I printed off inserts from Jesenia Printables. She brought out her 2022 version of the inserts that I like to use. So that'll be in the future video when I show you my lineup for 2022, which should be in November, I think, because I should be getting my final planners in the beginning of November, the end of October, so I'm excited about that. They're waiting at my US box right now. And yeah, and then Thursday I had mac and cheese. We're still cooking all the Annie's mac and cheeses that Andrea sent us, which have been good. Some of them have been not so great. I think the worst one was like just the classic macaroni, I think. But the one we actually had one today, which was the shells and real aged cheddar, and I think that was like the best like version of like Kraft kind of version. It was really tasty. And then I marked in Casper, but I put the script in, but I'm waiting for the sticker from Papershire. And it might be a while, but oh well. Mail has like crawled to a slow stop from the UK. It's nuts. And then I did some more planning time, I believe. Just playing with those inserts and getting them set up. And then we got McDonald's. And then we just got like the fries this day. We just felt like fries. And then that night I watched one of my favorite films of all time, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa. It's very British. I love Alan Partridge. I love the film the most. I could just watch it over and over again and it remains hilarious. Just, yeah, definitely in my top 10 films of all time. I just love Alan Partridge as a character. Alan Partridge as a character is just ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't like him as a person at all, honestly, but as a comedic character, he's funny, and I love Steve Coogan. I think I would like Steve Coogan as a person, but not Alan Partridge. So I was watching that in bed, which was nice. And then, of course, we got more drawing, trying to get gingerbread done. I don't think I got the art and listings done until like 8 p.m. on Friday. It was a long day. I think I've just like super slowed down on doing art. Like I need to take a lot more breaks while I'm doing it, but I'm getting there. And then I just put in doing listings and the new releases going up. I remember that I had a new releases script in silver, so I just pulled that out. Because I like the way scripts like pop off like dark washi strips, so it looks super nice. But as you can see here, I have stickers for planning time and listings, but I kind of just wrote them in for something different. I'm wondering if I should just get a custom script that says Macca's. Because oh dear, have it too often, but they're literally the only place at all to get delivery milkshakes. And I need a milkshake. Sometimes you just need a milkshake and some fries, you know? So, yeah, that's when I usually get Macca's. And of course I have McDonald's scripts, but I want Macca's scripts, because that's what we call it in Australia land. And then what happened Friday? So I got all that stuff done. All that work junk done, which is nice. That night, well, Friday we have all of our TV times. I think it was the finale of Ted Lasso. And then we watched What We Do in the Shadows and Foundation as well. And Doom Patrol. And then, which their current thing on Doom Patrol is they're trying to stop the internal flatulation. So it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous show. I love it. And then it was actually the day that the Muppets Haunted Mansion came out, so we watched that, and it was super good. It was like totally being on the ride. It was great. And gosh, I love the Muppets. They're so cute, especially Miss Piggy. She's the best. And then this night we actually got Pizza Hut, like actual Pizza Hut, which they have like a couple here. It's super expensive. I will tell you, like a large Pizza Hut pizza in US dollars from euros is like $30 US or a bit more. And it's not that large of a pizza. It's not an American large pizza, because you guys have like large pizzas, but yeah, like a medium pizza for like $30 US is what you get, and it's just pepperoni from Pizza Hut here. So it's super expensive, but it was on sale, and we hadn't had like the kind of pizza that we're used to, like in Australia. But you mostly have like European style pizza up here. It comes uncut, so you have to cut the pizza up. And they don't do garlic bread a lot of these places. Anyway, we ordered Pizza Hut, and it came cut up in slices, which was amazing. We got garlic bread, also amazing, and just enjoyed some classic pizza. It was worth it. And it was really good. And then that day we had bagels from Brooklyn Cafe, but I put it at the end of the day because we also got cupcakes from them, and then we had that for dessert. And then Saturday morning, we got... I'm just playing with this sticky here. It lost its stickiness. In the morning, I marked that we got Levain Bakery, and it was this place that we've had before, which have amazing egg sandwiches. And we actually found on a blog of like best breakfast places in Helsinki, and number 1 was Levain Bakery. And we're like, well, yeah, the egg sandwich is amazing. And because we saw that blog, we're like, let's get it. So we got egg sandwiches that morning. Oh, and they also have really delicious custard tarts, like the little Portuguese ones that Asian places make a lot too. So we got those, and they're also delish. And did laundry, and I liked using the little potion vanilla for the laundry. And then we cooked spaghetti both Saturday and Sunday, just in the spaghetti mood. Then I watched Nintendo stream, Animal Crossing stream, and then I put in David Copperfield. Highly recommend, really good. I actually want to watch it a second time because it's very rapid, very quick fire dialogue and humor, so I want to watch it again. And then I started my new audiobook. I decided to read something spooky and have a look what I already had of my Audible collection, and it was Dracula. I've never actually read Dracula. It wasn't in like my Gothic class or anything that I did at uni. Because I did a Gothic literature course, but we never did Dracula. And Bram Stoker's Dracula is like one of my all-time favorite Halloween films, or just films in general, so I was like, I'm gonna finally read the actual book. And this one's really cool. On Audible, it's voiced by various people, but two of the voices are Alan Cumming. He plays the doctor of the insane asylum, and Tim Curry, who plays Van Helsing. Of course he does. So I started listening to that and loving it. It had like this perfect description of Whitby in England. Recently I was watching, God, what is it? I completely forgot her name. Like, her name's Kat, but I've forgotten her, like, is it Catnip? Cat? You know the artist. She posts studio vlogs, and they're very popular. Catnip Cafe. Maybe it's Catnip. But she has like travel vlogs on another channel, and she went on another YouTube channel, and she went to Whitby, and I watched that before I read this book, and his descriptions of Whitby perfectly match her going around Whitby. It was really cool. So I could perfectly picture what the town looked like, and the abbey, and where they were sitting by the gravestones. It was very cool. So I thought that was fun. And getting like so much Britishness in a book made me really want fish and chips. So I had fish and chips on Sunday. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday. So now we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's going to be in the next plan with me. Sunday I did some more drawing, trying to get these customs going. I mean, not well, but trying. I just realized I used 3 Haunted Mansion stickers this week. But they just kind of work with Casper too, right? Because it's a haunted mansion. I did another little potion, cauldron for laundry, and then a little hitchhiking ghost for grocery run. And then we got burritos from Tortilla House. And then what? How did we finish up Sunday? I really don't recall. This is why I gotta have a planner so I remember what I even did in my life, honestly. Oh, my phone alarm's going off in another room, so we should finish up here very quickly. Oh, I played some Animal Crossing, working on my town. So that was fun. I just used did some more of my audiobook of Dracula. But yeah, I just felt like playing Animal Crossing, and I felt like using that sticker because it matched the colors, and I was kind of out of the stickers that really fit there, so I was like, why not? And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of deco bits. After I finished filming, I actually went and put in a more purple prism deco bits, just so they like pop out a little bit more as well. But these are just little ones from Simply Watercolor Co. that are like little ghosts and skulls and things. But that is the finished spread. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Now that my spiel is done. Yeah, I think the spread turned out really cute. And I love the colors. And I love Casper. Such a good film. Always makes me... I just love the music. It's so good. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Goodbye.